Hello, hello, and welcome back for a little more trial, terror, and tribulation down in the carnivorous caverns and wicked warrens of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. And how fares our trailblazing team of stalwart seekers here? Well, reasonably well of late, actually. Things have been going pretty darn well. The only problem really that we face is currently we're sort of stuck in a position where it's difficult to generate any forward momentum. We're a lot like the crew of a 19th century ship of the line sailing across the equator. Nothing's moving forward much. It's getting really kind of boring, and the only thing anyone can think of to do to idle away the time is bugger each other until we all die from scurvy. So, while that doesn't sound particularly fun in the interest of upholding tradition, I say we head on down to the embarkation point, open a barrel of salt pork, lard, and hardtack, and wait for someone to suggest a little butt stuff to pass the time. Not that there's, anything wrong with that. A little consensual ass play can be a fine way to kill a few hours. Probably far more enjoyable, actually, than crawling around through a slimy dungeon battling monsters. I mean, seems like a little butt play would be vastly preferable to that, but these guys don't really have a choice. I'm sending them down in the dungeon. They're, take what you can get. We do nostalgically level up the Warrens to level 4 in order to unlock our final commander. Now, of course, we aren't going to tackle these champion missions until we can get some folks to resolve level 5, and currently the man with half a dong is the only one who's even close to level 5, probably because he only has half a dong and can't engage in any of that buggery everyone else is using to kill the time, so he's more focused, perhaps, than our average trooper. Necromancer Lord and the Hag Witch both unlocked, but since we haven't gather 3 grain sacks, that's new. They did do an update on this just a couple days ago, and I have not yet encountered this mission. I'm liking trying something new. That seems interesting. Gather 3 grain sacks, 7,000 gold, not a terrible reward either. That's actually quite a good item as well. Plus 4 accuracy, plus 5 dodge, minus 5% damage. Not really getting a whole lot as far as damage goes from the Jester anyway, so that's a pretty decent little trinket. I think we do this mission. I like it. We're still trying to get some troopers up to resolve rank 5 as well, of course, so we may go with a little unconventional party composition here. We're just going to sort everybody by resolve rank to make this easy. Probably going to send in Candy Jade. She has no resolve problems. So let's say we do Candy, probably Doctor Strange in the 3rd slot, and then I would say probably Madeline Usher. Who do we want? You know what? We're going to try something a little bit unusual. We're going to bring, I think, Django into this one. Do we want to bring Django, or would we rather bring Deckard? Who has trinkets? Deckard. Well, Deckard's getting a call then. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Also, Deckard's better upgraded, so he's the right man for the job. We're going to head back to the guild here, do a little bit of training since we're bringing Deckard along. We need to get his skills. Oh, he's already actually cool. His skills are fully buffed. All right, then. And he's probably also not quite. All right, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade his weapons and armor to rank 4 then. Anybody else who doesn't have fully upgraded weapons, we're also going to give the treatment, which actually Candy Jade is on that list. So, bam, we're going to get her the Wolf's Pelt. Interesting choice for a name. Madeline, similar fate for you, my dear. You need to upgrade your armor fully to the Blessed Bulwark. Would have been way cooler if they'd named that the Bunker of Faith, just because... Dark Age of Camelot was a damn fun game, and Bunker of Faith was possibly the greatest ability you could get. This is really going to empty our coffers, though, but it's got to be done. Doctor Strange fully upgraded. We are going to check our skills as well and make sure everybody we're bringing in here... Yeah, Doctor Strange needs some skill work, too. We can't really afford to fully upgrade the good doctor. He's going to have to run a little light on the guild action. Candy Jade, I know. Yep, she's solid. And I believe, Madeline, you also are completely cool as well, correct? Yeah, all right. That's actually not what we wanted to look at. We wanted to take you to the guild, Madeline. The guild. Okay, you're also solid. So we've pretty much emptied our coffers, upgrading some of our troopers, but we should be able to make that back. This is only a medium mission, so we don't have to go exactly insane, ridiculous, crazy as far as provisioning goes, which is a benefit as well. So let's get Doc Strange in the 3rd slot. Gonna bring Django Fett and try to go ahead and power his way through. He is, of course, qualified to go on a medium mission. We would like to get him up to resolve rank 4 if at all possible. There's Candy. Candy's going to be leading the mission as the founder of the feast, and then we'll just have Maddie bringing up the rear. Madeline's going to need to get her scroll back. I don't remember who has it. Chrysania, have you got it? Chrysania has it. Puff, puff, give, Chrysania. Puff, puff, give. You got to pass that shit, yo. Can't be hanging on to it. Don't be bogarting that scroll. We all need some of that scroll. We got to roll. All right, so let's get scroll reassigned. Puff, puff, pass indeed. Did we not pick up a trinket for an occultist recently? It was a grave robber. I remember we picked up one that was really good. Got to get that bounty hunter's talent on as well. That thing is sweet. We don't have anything else for an occultist. Somebody has an occultist cauldron, but you know what? It's probably fine for Dr. Strange to roll with what he's got. We are going to give Django Fett, however. Oh, did we upgrade Django? No. I don't want Django. I actually want Deckard. Get off my list, Django. You and your malfunctioning jetpack, sir, have got to go. You simply cannot be trusted. I don't want to have to haul you out of a Sarlacc pit because I'm getting tired of that shit. I've had to do it a lot, and it's getting old real fast. Let's look at this. Come on, show me what it does. 3% chance to crit plus 10. It's minus 10 dodge, but that's okay, actually, because the dodge is pretty well huge on a bounty hunter at any rate. He could take the hit. And the extra crit chance is going to be a big damn deal, especially when you're collecting a bounty. And I know Candy, yeah, she's good. All right, so that's our team then. Up to provision amount. Let's get rolling here. Gonna go a little lighter than usual on provisions just because, well, we can't really afford to splurge. So let's go with, I think 18 food. That's enough to do 8. 16 would be enough for 2 hunger prompts and a full-on camp. So let's do 4 more then. I'm gonna go with 20. Only going to go with 3 shovels this time, 1 key, 1 medicinal herb. We could go without torches. We could try a full-on dark run. This is only a medium-length mission, and we do have a camp. You know what? Let's do it. In the interest of trying to pull some extra gold out of this, let's go for it. We've got troopers who are also going to be well-suited to critical. So rather than take torches, we're going to take one of all the alternate things so that we can activate as many interactables as possible without worry, and try and haul as much filthy lucre out of this bad boy as we can get. It's called the Donald Trump method, in that you just try and make as much money as you can, regardless of the consequences to anyone else. I mean, it's worked out well so far for Trump, so let's hope we can maybe take advantage as well.
Steal their food.
Okay, Mr. Narrator, I mean, that seems kind of mean to be stealing food from people, but I suppose they are evil abominations, and one would think maybe they would not be as vulnerable to starvation as the rest of us, but you know best, so I'll just follow orders. What the hell? Doc Strange, why don't you check out that box for me, buddy? Stashed heirlooms, of course it does. 6 crests, we'll keep those, that's fine. Continue onward. It's going to be dark real soon, guys, so don't freak out about that. Everything's fine, we're expecting a dark... Oh, and an opportunity... We don't have a fucking torch. Should have brought 1 torch, folks. Should have brought 1 torch. Could have burned those scrolls. You know what, we're going to leave those... And I will come back for that, even if I have to backtrack a very long way into darkness. Assuming we can find a torch, we're coming back for the store. A food stuff crate. A new interactable? A sack of uneaten grain. Okay, well, we actually found one of the quest objects then. That was simple. So we know what those look like now. They're boxes with our family sigil on them. Not an abundance of combat so far. Not that I'm having much of a problem with that. Candy Jade still leading us in. There's a hunger prompt. All right. So our first time getting hungry. Got some books. Go ahead and read those, Doc. All right, then.
Darkness closes in.
Well, the light has gone out. Dr. Strange was not hugely affected by the fact that we forced him to read some unsettling books. Dr. Strange, no stranger to reading unsettling books. Am I right, Doctor? Haha, yeah. And mostly by that I mean like surgery descriptions and stuff. Not actual occult books. They're not really that unsettling typically. Just, you know, documentations of how to... Way to go with the trap, Deckard. Nicely done, buddy.
Traps lie in wait.
Yeah, they do in fact lie in wait. Mostly because Deckard, despite the fact that he knew it was there, couldn't resist to fucking sticking his head into it. I don't remember what we do with these. Let's just check it out. Occult scrawlings. Dull and uninteresting. Alright then. Must have been reading some Aleister Crowley. Dull and uninteresting occult scrawlings, am I right? Yeah, nobody got that joke. Finally a fight, though. We came down here looking to pick a fight, sort of Braveheart style. It's about time Mel Gibson finally found us one. And there is our torch. Excellent. We found an unburned torch. Somebody's going to use that, and also 3 deeds, which is nice. Somebody's going to use that torch to get rid of a negative quirk. We'll probably, what we'll do is just circle back around here. We got to look for the grain anyway. come over the back track, then we'll head back over it, and we'll camp in between if the need arises. This fight sucks. These outlaw cutthroats are very dangerous foes. They have a lot of potential to do a lot of damage really fast, as well as these outlaw fusiliers also can do quite a bit of damage very quickly with their AoE attack. We're going to go ahead and... damn it. I was hoping we could collect or go for the stun there. Didn't quite get it. There you go. Uppercut, slice. So we got criticaled already. Blanket fire. I'm more worried about the criticals and stress than I am about the damage necessarily. The damage is something we can patch up, although that was quite a bit of damage in a very short period of time. Gonna heal 12 across the board. Here comes another uppercut slice. No critical that time. Candy Jade resisting and gonna fire back with a bleed out. 11 damage and the bleed. That's quite a hefty bleed, actually. 5 damage per round. That's not a tickly. I can't help but notice that Rick Deckard is going before our occultist, which I don't necessarily relish. Go for the finish him. There you go, Deckard, buddy. Nicely done. 26 damage. Good stress relief.
A singular strike.
Gonna go for the Divine Comfort again. We may have to get a weird reconstruction here out of Doc Strange. On probably... Oh, yes, we definitely are gonna need that. Wow. This is the problem with the Dark, folks. Not only does it increase your critical chance, but the enemy critical chance also way, way increased. We have taken a truckload of damage in this fight. That guy was bleeding for 10 at the end, which is significant, but... Gotta patch up Deckard, get a 15 heal out of him. That's good. Another blanket fire. Some critical dodges helping undo some of that damage. Candy Jade catching a shank. Just like back when she was at Riker's Island for a little while. She got shanked a time or two there as well. We need to get some damage on this guy in front. He's really hurting us a lot. Weird reconstruction on Candy. Gonna heal her for 13. That barely made a dent. Group heal from Madeline Usher for the aggregate of 12. Candy's bleeding a little bit, but that's okay. She's gonna finish off the cutthroat. And we may get a shot at this Fusilier before he gets a chance to go again. Yep, Candy's gonna take him down. Or not. So she's gonna eat a rust shot instead. Only 6 damage. Let's go ahead and... Now you critical, Deckard? Where was that a turn ago when we could have avoided that altogether? Huh? Huh? Where was it then? Oh, you were busy talking to Sean Young? Yeah, likely story. We did pick up a leper-only item, which is fucking... You know what? I was going to say it's terrible, but actually it's not that bad for a leper. It's reasonable. It's not fantastic, but it's not the most abominable piece of trash of all time either. It's just okay. You guys want to go in the door there, or are you just going to stand out and chill? What's the deal? So an empty room here. We're going to circle back to try and get rid of a negative quirk for somebody with that torch. Another hunger prompt. So we're down to 12 food. Maybe should have brought more food. I'm thinking... Seems like I probably... Oh, no, Madeline. This is a Doctor Strange job. You're going to get something horrible. Or you'll find loot, which is okay, I guess. All right, then. Never mind. Forget I said anything. That's acceptable greed, Madeline. Acceptable greed. All right, so we get a fight here. This is not lovely. We really could use a critical here. A lot of high stress-causing units. We want to get rid of them as fast as possible. You gotta finish him for me, buddy. Deckard, come on. Ah, damn it. He missed it by 1. Yep, Madeline's getting covered in fucking sorority girl hork vomit. I'm telling you, these puker guys just can't hold their liquor. They really need to drink less. We gotta... Do we go for the... Yeah, everybody's hurt. Let's go for the aggregate heal. Get to 12 total. Mostly Madeline Usher. That's pretty much all she's gonna be able to do. Unless somebody gets in just dire straits where we have to go for a big heal. Maddie's probably going to be just throwing a lot of groups. I would love to get a kill on those guys, but I don't think we can. Let's see if we can kill the Corpse Eater flat out. Alright, good. 1 enemy eliminated then. Candy Jade goes for the 1 shot, 1 kill. Madeline Usher. Sorority girls love her, folks. They can't get enough. They're yakking all over her. She's like the Christian Grey of Darkest Dungeon. There's a critical from Deckard. And by the Christian Grey of Darkest Dungeon, I mean that the ladies just can't get enough of her, despite the fact that, you know, she doesn't really have many redeeming qualities. Like, no redeeming qualities, effectively. Still going for the Divine Comfort. Undoing another 12 damage. We really need to get a big heal on Candy Jade, because despite having a relatively high health meter, she is pretty badly injured. Doctor Strange got stunned. That's unfortunate.
Devastating.
Deckard is criticaling with every shot, though, and I gotta say, I feel that this bounty hunter's talent is probably instrumental in that respect. I think it's doing a lot of the work for us. We'll just go ahead and finish this guy off. I don't want to risk getting a bunch more stress for no real benefit.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Portraits we want. We just gotta figure out how to get them into our inventory. I don't want to abandon the citrine because we're real low on cash. I'd like to keep as much of the cash as possible. We are going to have to pick up more sacks of grain, though. Heirlooms would probably be the thing we could spare. Nah, let's ditch the bandages for now. We can always throw these portraits over again later if we need them, and we're going to free up one because I'm going to use a key here. I simply don't trust that to not be trapped. Bus we could use, but I need the cash more. Onyx stacks at 500 a pop. It's actually pretty worthwhile to hold on to. Let's just leave the extra portrait and the bus. And if we can get back around to where we can get rid of those torches, we'll be sitting pretty. Much like if we could keep down those engine block eggs. Deckard finally going for the disarm on a trap rather than thrusting his face into it aggressively. A move I wholeheartedly support. Doc Strange, stack of books is your gig, buddy. Desiccated and unremarkable. Alright then. Let's keep moving. Forward we go. Scouting chance. We got the scout. Yeah, we know there's nothing on the way here. We've sort of done it. Just going to disarm this trap with Deckard then. Check out whatever's in this box. What's in the box? What's in the box? I forget how you interact with these little curly-cued tentacle things. Is this holy water? Let's try holy water. Ah, there we go. Excellent. It is holy water. 30 stress relief. Fantastic. Alright then. Onward we continue. Keep going. Forge ahead into the dungeon. Really, we're just actually circling back here so that we can get to this point and get rid of some negative quirk. Effectively, this is going to save somebody a trip to the sanitarium, assuming they don't need stress relief after walking all this way over ground we've already covered. That would be bad. So, up one more, and let's figure out who we want to get rid of a negative quirk. So, who has something we really want to ditch? Clumsy is real bad. You know what? I think there's no doubt we do this with Candy Jade. Love interest is not really a problem, but we got a 50-50 shot of getting rid of Clumsy, and Clumsy sucks, so we want that gone. Get rid of Clumsy. Yes! Exactly what we wanted. Perfect. That turned out fantastically. We'll just back up then and into this door, and then we go back onto task, making our way through the dungeon. All these corridors are safe. We've cleaned them out, so unless we run into a surprise fight, which I don't expect, we should be in pretty good shape. And we may need to camp pretty soon, because I have a feeling, given the amount of ground we're covered, we're going to have some hunger prompt problems. So I would like to camp first, and then if we have to starve later... Or would we rather camp at the end of the dungeon? That's interesting. Would we get more benefit from camping than we would, and starving later, than we would for having plenty of food for the journey? And just, we're going to get into a sort of a random fight here. This is nothing. This is no problem. We can handle this shit, boys. Actually, this is an opportunity for us to get some free, cheap healing here, because I really feel we got some one-hit kills out of these guys. Especially with Doctor Strange throwing the dodge. So, Wicked Hack.
Decimated.
Candy Jade takes a kill. They only got one guy left to swing. Deckard, of course, with his patented 26 damage critical that he's throwing non-stop. Not that I'm complaining, Deckard. Not that I'm complaining. We'll have no trouble getting that done. So we're going to go for the Divine Comfort on a group heal. And then we'll just hack this guy into chunks with Deckard again. Oh, couldn't quite get us home. That's alright, Deckard, buddy. We still love you. The Munch missed anyway. Candy Jade is not going to let some maggot chew her to pieces. She's just going to cut it in half. 850 gold and 2 extra food. We eat the food. That's what we do. Who eats the food? It eats the food or else it gets the hose again. That thing we've already investigated. It was an Elmore Leonard novel, I think. Onwards we go, and we're going to go this way to pick a fight. Now we just got to find 2 more sacks of grain. I'd kind of like to do that as quick as possible. Most efficient route we can get. Pack contains loot. All of which we can carry. We could burn those 3 torches. If we, yeah, we could also just throw them on the ground if we need inventory space, which we may do. We got a large corpse eater and a sorority girl. How do we want to handle this? I think the right situation here, we mark the corpse eater for Deckard. One of the rare occasions where Doctor Strange actually beat Deckard on his initiative roll here. Then we go for the big bleed. That's got, he resisted the bleed. That's unfortunate. Madeline Usher gets puked on by a sorority girl. It's probably blue, because I'm sure she was drinking, like Curacao or one of them girly drinks. And then Rick Decker just chops a motherfucker straight up in half. That was a blow that could have sundered the planet. Go ahead and have Maddie heal herself. Actually, that was stupid. What we should have done is done a judgment. We could have done damage and still got 5 healing from Madeline Usher. That was just a straight up wrong move. That was, yeah, that's just poor play right there. That's just not thinking. And another critical, man, Rick Deckard is single-handedly keeping our stress under control with his constant 26 damage blows. Portrait is interesting. These citrines are only worth 1,000 gold. We're leaving the portraits. 1,000 gold is still 1,000 gold. It's not the most valuable thing we could stack in that slot, but it is 1,000 gold, and we've got an opportunity here to pick up a little sack of grain, so we're going to need to free up an inventory slot. I think, given the surprise, we go for Abyssal Artillery. This should hit the Swinotar and the Drummer. Nice critical from Dr. Strange. Good aggregate damage. Candy, you're going to go for the Big Bleed. Oh, another critical. Man, the Darkness. That guy is dead. That is fatal damage with a 5-point per round bleed. That guy is all but done dealing. We're going to finish the Swine Marcher. Deckard delivers, and that just leaves little Madeline Usher, who's going to throw a dazzling light at the hulking Swinotar. And we got the stun. Wow, this is the perfect fight, folks. This could not have gone better. We're actually going to mark that guy. We'll have Deckard do his own dirty work. Candy Jade, then, is going to go for the Wicked Hack on the Swinotar for 11. Madeline is going to go for the Judgment. Bam, 9 damage. That guy's going to bleed to death. Suck it, pig. We opened you up and hung you in the barn to cure. And, oh, man, Doctor Strange with the closing thunderous blow. Swinotar boy never even knew what fucking hit him.
They can be beaten.
Wouldn't mind picking up this holy water. What would we trade out for it? Well, arguably, we're going to need an empty inventory slot in a moment anyway. Let's... We haven't had to use a shovel yet, which means I'm very disinclined to get rid of that shovel, because I think we're probably going to need the shovel. I want the gold. Let's throw the antidote on the floor. We're going to take the gold. We'll close that. And before we open this, I'm going to go ahead and camp. The reason I'm camping here, we got to get some inventory space. So we're going to feast. Our stress levels are actually, all things considered, very good. We're going to go into the battle trance. What else have we got? This is how we do it is really good. Plus 10%. You know what? This is how this is how we do it yourself? No, it has to be somebody else. Do Candy then. This is how we do it. It's Montel Jordan's only hit. He rolls around in a big black truck, but nobody recognizes him anymore. Yeah, we'll scout ahead. That's fine. We don't really need a whole lot of stress relief, so I'm just looking at what other abilities we have. We could bless 10 accuracy, 10 dodge. Takes 2 time. You know, that's probably worth it. Let's throw it at old Deckard there. And we can chant. I don't believe Deckard is resistant, so probably our best bet here would be to just go ahead and encourage whoever has the most stress. That's Madeline Usher. There we go. Get her down to 7. And things are looking pretty solid. Let's turn in for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's tuckered out. Give you a chance to rest, relax, recover, and forge ahead to find the missing grain. Our provisions run low this journey and best not... Yeah, Madeline Usher with the actual accurate assessment of our situation here. So there's our food crate. We got our other uneaten sack of grain. Got to find 1 more of those. And we got scouting, which is good. All right, so we know exactly where it's at. It's right there. Or possibly right there. Against my better judgment, I'm going to have Dr. Strange read that. 20 stress is not really a big deal. Alright, so go ahead and trigger that trap, Deckard. If you could, just jam your face right down in it, right on top of the spinning blade. That's what we're looking for. I mean, just right there where you know the blade's going to come out. Just put your eye socket right in front of it, buddy. Right in front of it. Get as much fucking blade in your eye as you can. This is interesting. I think we go for... This is... You know what? We're going to go for the large corpse eater. We got the critical on Doctor Strange. That's good. A little bit of stress relief. This should give Deckard a chance, theoretically, to kill this thing. No, but he got most of the way there. We could probably take it out with Candy if we need to. We can't get the stun on the Swinotar. Nobody's hurt enough to need healed, so let's go for the Judgment. Not quite. But Candy Jade is definitely going to be able to take this thing out. It's Weakening Prey, which missed. Deckard with a fine dodge. We'll just wicked hack for the close. And that leaves us one hulking Swinotar. Gonna twat retreat. Twat retreat. Wow, that's when you flee from a vagina because you don't like vaginas. It's called a twat retreat. If vaginas terrify you, consider the twat retreat. Anyway. A trot retreat is what I was trying to say. Although a twat retreat, you know, there's something to be said for that. Not that I personally find vaginas particularly terrifying, but I'm sure there are those amongst the world who would be horrified at the sight of one, and hey, whatever. To each his own. I'm a little unimpressed with Doctor Strange's damage there. That was not a quality shot. Rick Deckard making up for it with another stress-relieving critical. Some extra gold. What? A bone altar. We got a lot of crap. Let's just start throwing shit on it. What's a torch do? Anything? Nope. How about a shovel? Whack it with a shovel? Also did nothing. Let's throw some medicine at it then. Still nothing. Well, let's have Doctor Strange touch it. When all else fails, you get the Sorcerer Supreme to poke at it with a stick. The altar infuses the hero with great power. Okay. Wow, that's a really good buff. 15% damage, 10 accuracy, 5% crit. That's really good. Down we go to our final room then. We may come back, and I may circle back and do a few more of these battles, just out of, just in the interest of loot accumulation. We could throw another shovel on the floor if we had to. Although we do have one empty space, so the sack of grain is probably going to go in there. Don't you shush me. I'll talk whenever I want. Also, the narrator is talking, fucking Deckard. That's just rude, man. Just rude. Nice damage from Doctor Strange, opening things up with the double Abyssal Artillery crit. We love it when he goes that route. Drums of Debilitation, got dodged. Excellent, that's a stress attack. And this is just going to be some idle chewing from these carrion guys. Corpse Eater's not really much of a threat. We're going to go ahead and finish that Swine Marcher, keep the stress as low as possible. Another munch. Deckard taking the munch to the face. Two of our guys got blighted, huh? Alright then. Candy with the follow-up kill. Top of the new round. I have to imagine we're just going to murder this thing. Pretty much anybody on the team can do it. Except for, you know, Madeline, who's going to heal instead. Anybody else, though, they're ready and willing to take out a Corpse Eater and also get us some cheap stress relief. Not that anyone really has... We're to the point now where our stress is so low we're not actually getting stress relief from it.
Now it must be carried home.
A lot of trinkets here. Heavy boots are not... You know, I say they're not good, but they actually would be really good for a Crusader. What are you? A Fasting Seal, I actually have some of it I don't like. That can go on the ground. The food I'm just going to straight up take. Well, the food and the cash. I like those boots. I like those boots, friend. I like those boots. What do we got here? A Sacrificial Stone. Alright. I actually cheated a bit and Googled this and was told that the way to activate a Sacrificial Stone, you got to throw a chunk of firewood on it, which I feel makes it probably the least useful thing in the game. Also, I can't help but notice that we didn't find what we were looking for here. So we're going to continue onward, I suppose, since we didn't find the third sack of grain. I'm guessing it may be in this box up here. And we're out of food, which is a decided problem. If we get another hunger prompt, we could be pretty much boned. I mean, we'll be bonier than one of those bone courtiers, and those guys are all bones. Loot in the pack, though. What do we get? Holy water and gold we can't carry. How do we want to deal with this gold situation? We get rid of those torches, that's how. Yeah, pick up the holy water. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Take the gold, man. The gold. This is not the Exorcist. The holy water is completely expendable. Father Karras won't mind if we leave it behind. Also, I'm told his mother sews socks in hell, so I'm not entirely sure how much we should trust Father Karras anyway. Rick Deckard here going for the Twitching Maggot Smite. That's got the shot. We're probably going to have to take at least one hit from the old Slavering Ghoul. My hope is that he'll toss a skull at someone rather than howling, which of course guarantees he's going to howl. Well, that's going to be some stress. That's alright though, I'm sure Deckard will follow things up with a nice critical force that'll undo all that. And we got him stunned anyway, so we have plenty of time to work on picking him apart. Thanks for letting me down, by the way, Deckard. Here I am talking you up, saying good things about you. Then you immediately fucking disappoint me, sir. Immediately disappoint me. That guy is dead. I'm going to go ahead and stab him anyway, just because I'm a ruthless, vindictive prick. And 4 stress relief is not nothing. We fought all that for a whole 25 gold, folks. 25 gold. Yes, indeed. You know what? We're going to eat that food. Well, actually, I'm going to throw that food on the ground in lieu of eating it because I'm an idiot. I actually meant to eat that food. But we only had 2. That's not enough to get us through a hunger prompt anyway. If we're going to get stuck starving, 2 food is not going to save us. I'd rather have the gold to help undo the stress caused by that. We better hope our grain is somewhere along this path, because I really feel we got to be getting close to another hunger prompt.
But yonder, a glint of gold.
Dull and uninteresting scrawlings. Well, it's just a bunch of shit written on a fucking canvas in blood. What are you expecting to find that it's dull and uninteresting? You expect it to be the fucking entire text of A Tale of Two Cities, scrawled in blood on some ragged parchment in a fucking dungeon? You may have high expectations there, buddy. Unrealistically so. Let's go for the unpleasant. Maddie's gonna get bit. And I have to assume that somebody else is probably going to get bit. Nope, Candy's going to get to swing first, and she gets the kill. 4 stress relief as well. Madeline Usher's just going to heal herself. I have a feeling somebody else will get a chance to go before our Weber friend here. Or not. Or not. Or he could just, you know, squirt a bunch of sticky fluid at Candy Jade. Not that he'd be the first guy to squirt some sticky fluid at Candy Jade. She is a sultry maiden. Gotta assume a lot of fellas want to squirt sticky fluid at her. Maybe some ladies, too. Who knows? Can't carry any of this. You could throw a shovel on the floor and for another citrine, but I'm not sure that's worth it. Let's just leave it. We also got to throw something on the floor for our last sack of grain at some point. A foodstuff crate. This is it. So the shovel goes bye-bye. Picking up the foodstuff crate, and I think we may be best suited to bail out of here before we get another activation. I'm real worried about starving. Also, there's only one room we haven't been to, and that room is empty. Yeah, let's bail. I don't want to risk piling on a bunch of extra stress for arguably no benefit.
The soldiers will feast tonight.
Soldiers will feast tonight. We actually did okay. 17,000 or 15,900 pulled out of there. Almost 16 grand in cash, which easily pays for what we spent on the mission. Should put us right about where we started. And some additional heirlooms as well, including some deeds, which we needed. We can finally fully upgrade our blacksmith, I believe, with that haul. Deckard, unfortunately, did not make Resolve rank 4. Candy Jade's a Ruins Tactician. Deckard is hard-skinned. Doctor Strange is tough. And Madeline Usher has Fangophobia. Light above 75, minus 20 stress resistance. That's kind of shitty, actually. She's also hard-skinned, though. Alright, back to town. Let's take a quick crack at a few upgrades. And it's nice to see Lucy Pevens. He finally made it back from Narnia. Welcome home, Lucy. She's returned from her vision quest. Howard's the god line? Is he feeling good? Didn't get sacrificed by the White Witch or anything this time? Ah, that's nice. I'm glad you had a fun time playing with your little friends, including Mr. Tumnus there in Narnia. Delightful, delightful romp. What else do we need to do? Let's do some upgrades. Blacksmith, let's get you fully upgraded, buddy. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. 100% upgraded at the blacksmith.
Anything to prolong a soldier's life.
Sweet. So that means our blacksmith and our guild now should be fully upgraded. They are indeed fully upgraded. Fantastic. What can we do here? Nothing. We need more deeds. Still more deeds. All right, then. Get in a plague doctor. I'm not interested in hiring any of you guys. Sorry. Sorry, we're just not hiring at this point. We just don't have the resources. We could do an upgrade here. Let's upgrade the bar. We got plenty of portraits. We do a lot of drinking. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just stating a fact. We do a lot of drinking, so upgrading the bar is a good thing. Probably going to start on upgrading our survivalist and maybe our nomad wagon in the near future. I think we're finished for the nonce, however. We're going to resort by level. And I got to say, Roderick has sort of fallen to the bottom of the plate. We may try and take him out next time. For now, however, though, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon, we post these 3 times a week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Consider subscribing if you'd like to catch them all, much like a wayward Pokemon. For now, however, I'm going to go ahead and... Anyway, you got the gist of it. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.